Hello and welcome to the software installation video for the Python Bootcamp. Now my name is Aaron McNeil and this video will show you how to install the Anaconda Navigator package manager for the Python programming language. When Anaconda Navigator is finished installing, we're going to choose the Jupyter Notebook, which is a popular IDE for writing your Python code. In later engineering courses, you can use the Anaconda Navigator again to download other useful applications such as RStudio and the Visual Studio Code. A question often asked is, why has industrial engineering chosen Python for their software development needs? One large data set on programming language usage is the Stack Overflow Developer Survey. Now this has almost 65,000 results from developers last year. Now, when we looked at the most loved, dreaded, and wanted languages within the data set, we can see that Python is listed within the top 3 as far as the most loved languages. If we look at the technologies that developers want to learn, Python takes the top spot, and it has been in that top spot for the 4th year in a row. So developing code in Python is becoming more common in the workplace. So from any web browser, go to anaconda.com. Now when the page loads, along the top bar, we're going to go to Products and then Individual Edition. The Individual Edition is open source, so it's free, and it is available for download on Windows, Mac, or Linux. So on the current page, we're going to click the green download button. So when the downloader is finished, you will get a pop-up on your screen. Just click Next. Then on the license agreement, click I agree. For the installation type, you can select Just Me if you're the only person writing code on the computer, or you can select All Users, but you do need admin rights. So click Next to install Anaconda on the default location folder. And for the advanced options, just leave the default and click Install. Now when the installation is complete, you'll click Next one more time and then Finish to complete the installation. So after double-clicking the application, Anaconda Navigator will load to the main screen. You will notice that a few packages are already pre-installed. If Jupyter Notebooks is not pre-installed, the Launch button will be an Install button. You can click the install to begin the Jupyter Notebook installation process. At this point, we're just going to finish the Windows install. Now, if you need assistance with a Mac or Linux install, please contact me directly at the address seen below. When it is done, Jupyter Notebooks will then have a Launch button. So sometimes you may want to have 2 copies of Jupyter Notebooks installed, but they'll be running different versions. So this would require setting up more than one development environment. So as you can see on my workstation, I just have the base root install. So for this video, I'll only show you how to load Jupyter Notebooks from the base root environment. When launching Jupyter Notebooks, we have a few different options. First, there is the option to load Jupyter Notebooks from within Anaconda Navigator. So if we scroll down to the application, we can see an Install button is now the Launch button. So by clicking Launch, Jupyter Notebooks will load within your default web browser. So for the second option, we can run Jupyter Notebooks without Anaconda Navigator. So from the Start menu, we can search for Jupyter Notebooks, and we can see the application is available to just run it directly from there. So that'll open up Jupyter Notebook within the command prompt, and from there you'll see it'll open again in your default web browser. Now the last option is to run Anaconda from the command prompt. So again, from the start button, we can type Anaconda, and we should see this option for the command prompt. I'm going to click open. So you can see here in brackets it says base, so that's obviously the base install. And from here, now that I'm in the command prompt, I can basically load any application I want. So for us, Jupyter Notebook, and hit enter. So again, it'll basically run the command, which is the same as the second option when we ran Jupyter Notebook. And I can see in my web browser, Jupyter Notebook is loading. So that is a quick tutorial on how to install Anaconda Navigator and Jupyter Notebook. Now, if you'd like to learn more about Python and or Jupyter Notebook, take a look at our other videos found on the Dalhousie Industrial Engineer YouTube channel. Or you could send us a message on our LinkedIn group. So thanks again, and bye for now.